High stakes. Conflict. The courtroom is on edge, the weight of the girl's testimony hanging heavily in the air. As she continues to speak in cryptic riddles, something begins to shift. The words are no longer just puzzles. They are pieces of a puzzle that, when pieced together, could expose a truth far more dangerous than anyone could have anticipated. With a sudden, sharp breath, the girl makes a startling admission. The bear has been with her from the moment she was born. It's not just a companion, it's her protector, an integral part of her life, her existence. The courtroom goes silent, the revelation settling over everyone like a heavy cloud. Then, a bombshell. The girl's father, a figure of immense power in the government, is implicated in an illegal operation that involves the creation of unnatural creatures, beasts like the bear. The revelation leaves the room in stunned silence. For years, the family's legacy had been one of prestige and power, but beneath the polished surface, a twisted secret had been festering. The bear is not just a guard dog or a strange companion. It is the key to unraveling the entire case, its dark ties to the government's most secretive and sinister experiments. The girl's role in the operation, once hidden, is now exposed. She is the link to everything, and her silence is the most powerful weapon of all. The dark truth unfolds. The truth that has been buried for so long begins to unfurl in a terrifying sequence. The girl, innocent and fragile, is not just an ordinary child. She is the product of a government experiment designed to create a bond between human children and genetically altered animals. The bear, once an ordinary creature, had been subjected to the same experimentation, transformed into something far more powerful, intelligent, and deadly than nature ever intended. The room is filled with a palpable dread as the implications of this revelation hit everyone in the courtroom like a tidal wave. The bear, whose true nature has remained hidden until now, is not just a protector, it's a weapon. And the girl, once perceived as a helpless victim, is the catalyst that can either stop or unleash that power. But who is controlling whom? The fear of the unknown begins to seep into the minds of everyone present. Cliffhanger. Suddenly, the lights flicker. The murmur of confusion ripples through the courtroom, but it's the growl that follows that sends a chill down everyone's spine. It starts low, reverberating through the walls, deep and primal, like the rumble of an approaching storm. The courtroom goes deathly still, the tension mounting with every passing second. The bear's presence is felt now, even if it's not visible. The growl intensifies, and the very air seems to crackle with the weight of the beast's power. The judge's hands tremble as he slams his gavel, calling for a halt to the proceedings. But it's too late. The room is filled with panic as the realization hits. The situation has spiraled far beyond anyone's control. The storm outside is nothing compared to the storm that's about to break within these walls. Outside, the winds howl, and a storm rages on, mirroring the tension that has gripped the courtroom. But it's not just the weather that's shifting, it's the truth itself, breaking free from its chains. The girl's signal has been made, and the bear is now ready to act. The countdown to an unimaginable confrontation has begun. The final battle. The revelation of the government's dark conspiracy has set in motion a chain of events no one could have predicted. The girl's life is now in immediate danger. The very government her father served is now coming after her, determined to silence her and destroy the truth before it can escape. But the bear, once a quiet and hidden force, is no longer content to remain in the shadows. But the girl, standing in the midst of the turmoil, remains calm. She doesn't run, doesn't scream. With the same subtle gesture she made earlier, she raises her hand again. The courtroom falls silent, the air thick with anticipation. The bear halts its charge, its massive body trembling as it stops mere feet from the girl. In that moment, the bear, once a force of uncontrollable power, becomes an extension of her will. It listens to her, not because of its training, but because of the unbreakable bond they share. Her command is the final, unshakable truth that ties their fates together. The girl's bravery is nothing short of remarkable. Despite her youth, she understands the bear's true nature better than anyone. She knows what it is capable of, and she knows when to stop it. Her calm demeanor in the face of such danger reveals the depth of her understanding, her strength, and her connection to the creature that has protected her all her life. Unforgettable ending. With the bear standing down, the room holds its breath. The immediate danger has passed, but the revelation of the government's conspiracy has changed everything. The girl's fate is no longer in the hands of those who would exploit her. It is in her own hands. She speaks the truth, her voice ringing clear and true in the courtroom. The conspiracy is exposed, and the world is left reeling from the impact of the dark forces that have been at play for so long. The girl's simple words bring the courtroom to its knees in shock. The truth about her past, her connection to the bear, and the government's twisted experiments is laid bare. The conspiracy that has been hidden for so long is now out in the open, and those responsible will pay for their crimes. With the case finally resolved, the girl and her bear, their bond now fully understood, disappear into the shadows. They leave behind a world forever changed, a world that will never forget the extraordinary tale of a girl and her protector. As the doors close behind them, the whispers begin. The legend of the girl and the bear, once a quiet secret, will now echo through history forever.